Yo, what is up, guys? This is OUTWiTT, and today we are playing Ice Cream Horror Game by the Keplerians. I have developed the first mod menu on this game, so without further ado, let's go check it out. Alright, ladies and gents, so here we are in the bedroom. Now look at the window and press the interact button. What do we have here? We have one lovely looking ice cream man trying to say hello to one of his customers. We're gonna go with Mr. Charlie here. He just wants some delicious ice cream. Whoa, 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 whoa! Mr. Ice Cream Man, that's not part of the plan. Uh-oh. Looks like we're gonna have to put Mr. Rod out of his... Alright. So with the OUTWiTT menu equipped here, we have quite a bit to select from. We have no clip, we have God mode, we have time scale, gravity, player scale, move speed, field of view, rod scale, rod close, and so much more. So where are we going to start off with? I think we should start off with turning on God mode, because who likes to die? I don't want to die. I want to be a god. I don't want to be hurt. Alright. But we need a rope. Why waste time looking throughout the bedroom trying to find the rope in this messy room? You know what? Nobody's got time for that. So we're going to go into the item menu and spawn a rope. And just like that, you too can throw a rope on the window and hop right outside like you're sneaking out after dark. And you're about to get in trouble if you get caught. So we're not trying to get caught here. So we're going to go hide in the doghouse. And while we're in the doghouse, I think we're gonna watch our antagonist here, Mr. Rod. What is he doing? Alright, seriously. He just dropped a map out of his back pocket. How do we know what he's going to do next? Well, first off, let's pick up this map so that we can enable Mr. Rod. So we're supposed to go to the van and place it on the wall. If we have our lovely God mode on, he cannot see us. It's as if we're a ghost and we're playing in ghost mode, but we're actually not. We're in normal difficulty. See, he thinks we're inside, but we're not. So we can just slip right past him and slap this baby on the wall. Oops, sorry about that. I meant, cut. Let's pick up this map and slap it on the wall. Alright, great. Now that we know the route, we can choose our next stop. But wait, there's more. Alright, so seriously, on to the next part. Before we take off with Rod and go somewhere random and go look for items and all that good stuff, we have other options here to explore. So first off, you guys are probably wondering, well, what's around the neighborhood? Like, you can't walk too far because you get blocked. You're told to go back and help that boy. But what if you don't want to help him just yet? What if you got other things to do? Well, then you, my friend, can go into here, click on no clip, and fly through walls. That's right. So now we can look wherever we want to look and just fly there. So if you've ever wondered what's behind this mysterious door in our bedroom, well, you're about to find out. So we just go a little bit forward and we have a whole lot of nothing. Look at this house. It's empty. It's as if somebody didn't pay the bills and the furniture people came and retook all the furniture. Now our room is the only thing left. So sad. So sad. But we can go check out our neighbor's house, right? They for sure have to have some stuff. Hey, neighbors! Oh, you're vacant too. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I guess everybody in this neighborhood has, like, fled the city and has ran for the hills. I don't know where they went. They took off. This evil ice cream man has taken over the neighborhood. Our neighbors are all gone. They've left their houses. They left their wives, they've left their kids, they've left everything. And then if we want to do some cool cinematic fun, what we actually can do here is we can slow down our time scale all the way down to 0.1. So you get this really slow, really tight control, like smooth panning. And then coupled with no clip, you can make a pretty sweet cinematic. Here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. Let's wait for this message to go away. Might take a little bit, but we're gonna fly backwards. And just like that, we have an extremely cool cinematic. So now that we've taken a look at that stuff, well, what about gravity? Well, what about it? Well, if you were to slap this plus button enough times, you might start to notice that things start to drift away off into space, like Mr. Rod here. And I don't want to lose him, so I'm actually going to reset this. Alright, so now that we've shown the gravity and it's all reset back to normal, we're going to check out the player scale. If you've ever wanted to be giant and maybe just intimidate Mr. Rod here, let's crank this thing up to about 2.0. And as you can see, we're double the height and we're wider the person. We can easily smush Rod, or we can push him over with no problem here because we're so big. He doesn't scare anybody here. But what if we were to push this down a bit to half our size? Now you might be a little terrified of standing up to Rod because you're really short, you're really small, and he might just step on you. Move speed is wonderful because, you know what? Who doesn't want to move fast and maneuver to different places quickly? So with the crank of this thing, you're going to be able to run so much quicker. It is so nice. And if we were to slow it down, you might just get caught by Mr. Evil Ice Cream Man here. So I don't advise it. Field of view is lovely and just adds to our cinematic prowess here. You can crank this thing up to get a wider view, or you can subtract to zoom in and get a much up close and personal shot. It's very, very nice when it's used in conjunction with those cinematic stuffs. Yeah, so that's field of view. Then you might be thinking, well, what's rod scale? Rod scale allows you to make Rod either bigger or smaller. So if you were to increase Rod scale to, let's say, 2.0, he's going to be just as big as we were a second ago. This is actually pretty terrifying. I don't think anybody would want to challenge a giant ice cream man in their neighborhood. He's so big, he doesn't even fit in his ice cream van anymore. So he's technically too big for his own car. Now, if you were to shrink him down to half the size, now he becomes a fun toy figurine size here, where you could probably pick him up, put him in the palm of your hands, and squeeze him to death. I don't know. What if Rod had brothers and sisters? What if he had cousins? Well, let's find out. We're going to spawn 4 Rod clones here, and they're all going to do their own thing. They're all going off in their own path, making their own life decisions, just, you know, trying to determine who is going to be their next victim in the family ice cream business. So be careful of Rod clones. They might just take over the world if you spawn too many of them. So for that reason, I'm out. And we have a couple teleport options available to us. That means that we can teleport to Rod with the click of a button. That means we can teleport a bunch of Rods to us with a click of a button. Very useful, very handy to toy around with these crazy Rods. You know what? If we weren't close to the ice cream truck and we desperately needed to escape the neighborhood or go somewhere else, at any moment, we can simply click playground. And just like that, we can take off and head to the playground. No questions asked, no strings attached, just do it. So here we are. We're arriving, we're pulling up to the beautiful playground, and just like that, we're in the back of the truck and we're here. So useful, so handy, so nice to be able to travel with the click of a button. You know what? No travel expenses necessary. We have an item menu here. You might be thinking, wow, what are you gonna put in there? Well, as you can see, there is pretty much every item that you can pick up and interact with in the game is here. Everything from the rope, the map, the pliers, the office key, all the ID cards that exist for the cafeteria. We have some insulating tape, a slingshot, some slingshot ammo, or, you know, I like to call it a rock, a crowbar, a petrol can, or formerly known as a gas can here in the United States, a cage key that will allow you to beat the game in like 2.5 seconds if you're just that big of a cheater, I guess. And then we have the go-kart, and this actually will not spawn unless you're in that particular scene where the go-kart exists. Very many technical reasons I don't want to get into, but yeah, just know that for now you can only spawn it in the original place. But hey, you get a couple go-karts, and maybe you can, you know, create the next Mario Kart over there in the parking area. I don't know, let your imagination run wild. But we're gonna go to the object menu next. And you guys know the drill with this type of stuff. When you're messing with objects, you never know what can happen. That does mean that you can do things like, for example, select this object we like to call cuerpo. What is cuerpo? Well, it's a Spanish term for van. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a Spanish expert, so leave me alone. We're gonna clone the cuerpo. So with the click of a button, we have another ice cream van, minus a couple parts. You know, they're in the shop right now. We're still working on it. All right, so we're gonna get rid of that cuerpo. And if we wanted, we could even teleport stuff around. So we can teleport this ice cream van right onto us. I don't advise this because you might get stuck like me. Don't get stuck like me. And you might have to no clip out of there. But yeah, we literally just moved a majority of the ice cream truck to a different location. It's so weird. I don't even know what to say. We might have just broken the game. Hey, look at Charlie. What's going on, Charlie? You're fast asleep in that cage. Well, we might be able to help you out somewhat over here. Let's see if we can move Charlie a couple inches, a couple feet away. Let's move over here to where it's less busy and teleport object. All right, there we go. We moved his cage over. Now, I have a question. What if we were to increase the size of this thing? Look at this. Oh my word, look at this. We have giant caged Charlie up in here. This is so weird. This is so ridiculous. I don't know. And maybe you just want to take Charlie for a spin. Well, you can spin him around on all different axes. This is so weird. So depending on how you want to fit Charlie in that cage, you can just mess with all these options here. And we can even teleport ourselves to him. So now we're in the cage with Mr. Gigantic Charlie, chubby kid here that loves ice cream. Good thing is we can actually walk in and out of these bars, at least the front bars. Uh-oh, Mr. Rod's back. That means we can make multiple Charlies. We're just going to have a bunch of cloned, jailed Charlies. Kids in cages. Founded by Rod Incorporated. Yeah, so that is our object manipulation. That is just the tip of the iceberg of the stuff, the kind of crazy stuff you can do with the object menu. And if that's not enough, then you got one final option, my friends. If you just absolutely cannot get rid of Rod and you just need something to get rid of him, you're gonna go ahead here and click Kill Rod. And just like that, he's out like a light. Sorry, Rod. Dun dun dun. You're unconscious, my friend. And if you want to make him float away, you can just crank up the gravity and you can watch as his lovely body goes up into the heavens. I don't know how long it'll take for him to come back to us, but who knows? So yeah, guys, that is the beautiful iced out mod menu here for Ice Cream Horror Game. That is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this ridiculous demonstration of this mod, and I hope you loved the video. If you did, make sure to slap that like button to show your support. Subscribe if you're new here, and hit that bell to always be notified, because knowing me, I'm probably going to upload some more ridiculous stuff like this. So I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you, and goodbye, everybody. Peace.